In this video, I want to show you how to set up a generic team of players. So instead of importing a real roster of players with real names, we're going to set up a team, a group of teams within an organization that just have generic player names, player 1, player 2, player 3. This can be used either for barcode scanning or for manual data entry. Where you basically just want to set up the generic players and then go in when you're placing your orders or setting up your data and type in their names. So basically the first thing we want to do is we always go in and logged in. First thing we always want to do is set up the organizations. So we will come in and click the plus sign under organization, manage organization, and we will set up a league. So we will do Test Club 01, we'll make it a volleyball league. And we'll say save. So now we see our organization right here. So the only thing we need to do is go under data management. And instead of being in the import roster where we would download the CSV template, set up our players, and import actual names of kids, we will go to the generic roster process tab. We will select our organization, the year we're shooting, the number of teams we want to create, and how many players we want on each team. So in this situation, I'm doing 3 teams with 12 players on each team. I'll say generate. Now you can see the system has generated 3 teams with 12 players. If we know one has more, we can always change the number of players. I always just say, just set up all the teams based on the largest number you might have, and then all of your unused players will get ignored anyway, so it's not a big deal. So that way you don't have to, if you have 50 teams, you're not going through adjusting each number. You can just set it up to your maximum number of players. So then you just name each team. And then once you do that and you click away, then the save button becomes active. And we'll say save. And just like when we import a real roster, the next things it's going to want you to do is set up a storyboard and a logo. So we will just pick storyboards for these and say update all. Then it's going to take us to the logo, and I'm just going to say no logos for right now. Again, there's videos on both of these items. I'll say save. And now if I come back to the manage tab and I click on teams, I can see that there are 3 teams here. And we can see there are players associated with these teams. So if I click this, here's all my generic players that I just created for this organization. So now if we need to start entering orders for this, if I come into customer orders and go to Test Club, the year, U12, and say search, now I have my generic players, and when I want to create an order, I can change the player's name to their real name. I can put in their jersey number. I can enter image numbers if I want to, if I'm doing this manually. If I'm doing this barcode scanned, then I would just leave these blank, because when I get to the end process, the barcode scanning system will match the player to the image numbers. So then I just select the products that they ordered and I say save, and now that player now has a real name instead of a generic name. So again, this is just a way to set up leagues that you can't necessarily get a roster from, or you've just made the decision to use the generic data because of what it does to your actual shoot day. So that's that. So thanks a lot.